What if I told you that turning 60 isn't the beginning of the end, but quietly, the beginning of the longest chapter of your life? And what if the real secret to living past 100 isn't some expensive pill, not a secret diet from Europe, not even perfect genes, but simply the absence of 5 silent diseases most people don't even know are slowly shortening their lives right now? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Nobody says out loud, most people don't die because they're old. They die because their bodies have been fighting the same invisible enemies for decades. And by the time they notice, it's already too late. And I learned this not from books, but from watching real people grow old very differently, like my uncle who reached 98 still walking to the store every morning with a slight limp but a sharp mind, laughing like he still had time, while another neighbor, younger than him, gone before 70, and the difference wasn't luck. It wasn't money. It wasn't even education. It was what their bodies were not dealing with. Because after 60, the body becomes honest. It stops hiding problems. It stops compensating quietly. And that's when 5 diseases quietly decide whether you're going to see 70, 80, or maybe blow out candles at 100. And the first one isn't what most people expect. It's not cancer. It's not even heart disease. It's chronic inflammation, the slow burning fire inside the body that makes everything age faster. Joints ache, organs stiffen, skin thin, brain fog settle in, and inflammation doesn't scream, it whispers. It shows up as just tired, just stiff, just aging. And that lie is dangerous, because people who live very long lives tend to have unusually low inflammation levels, not because they're perfect, but because they move a little every day. They don't overeat constantly, they don't stay angry forever, and they sleep when their body asks. And inflammation feeds on stress, sugar, processed food, and bitterness. Yes, bitterness. Emotional bitterness keeps cortisol high, and cortisol feeds inflammation. Funny how emotions age the body faster than time itself. And the second disease is insulin resistance, which sounds technical, but really, it's about how kindly your body handles sugar. Because when insulin stops working smoothly, blood sugar stays high. Nerves suffer, eyes weaken, kidneys struggle, and suddenly aging speeds up like someone pressed fast forward. And many people say, I'm not diabetic, so I'm fine. But insulin resistance starts years before diabetes, silently, and the elders who reach 90 or 100 often eat simply. Not strictly. They don't snack all day. They don't flood their bodies with sugar. They eat when hungry and stop when satisfied, something modern life forgot how to do. And the third disease is cardiovascular stiffness, not just heart attacks, but the gradual hardening of arteries when blood doesn't flow easily anymore. Oxygen delivery drops, organs tire faster, the brain loses sharpness, and energy disappears. And here's the thing, many long-lived people never ran marathons, never joined gyms. They just walked. A lot. Walked to the store, walked to talk, walked to think. Walking keeps arteries flexible, and flexible arteries mean longer life. It's boring advice, I know, but boring advice is usually the advice that works. And the fourth disease is neurodegeneration, the slow decline of brain cells, memory, focus, curiosity. Because once the brain starts shrinking faster than normal aging, life shortens, not always immediately, but quality disappears first. And people who live very long lives keep using their brains, not with puzzles only, but with conversation, storytelling, learning small new things, staying socially connected. Isolation is gasoline for neurodegeneration. Loneliness literally shrinks the brain. Science confirmed it, but elders already knew it long ago. And the fifth disease is loss of muscle mass, sarcopenia, which most people ignore until it steals independence, because muscle isn't about looks, it's about survival. Muscles protect bones, stabilize blood sugar, support balance, and keep metabolism alive. And people who live to 100 almost always retain some muscle strength. Even if they're thin, they stand up without help. They carry light things, they stay physically capable. And muscle loss isn't inevitable. It accelerates when people stop moving, stop lifting, stop challenging their bodies even gently. And here's where things get interesting. Because if after 60, you do not have chronic inflammation out of control, if you are not insulin resistant, if your cardiovascular system is still flexible, if your brain is still engaged, and if your muscles are still active, statistically your chances of reaching 90, even 100, increase dramatically. Not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed, but probability matters, and most people never think in probabilities. They think in hope, and hope without action is just waiting. And I've noticed something strange about people who age well. They don't obsess over living long. They obsess over living well today. They wake up with purpose, even small purpose. Watering plants, checking on someone, cooking something simple. Purpose keeps the nervous system calm, and a calm nervous system slows aging more than vitamins ever could. And stress, chronic stress, is the invisible sixth killer nobody puts on lists. Because stress fuels inflammation, insulin resistance, heart disease, brain decline, and muscle loss all at once. Stress makes the body believe danger is always present, so it sacrifices long-term repair for short-term survival, and decades of that shorten life quietly. And here's a hard truth. Some people over 60 think it's too late. That damage is done, but the body is surprisingly forgiving. Inflammation drops within weeks of better habits. Insulin sensitivity improves. Arteries regain flexibility. Muscles respond even in the 70s and 80s. The brain creates new connections at any age. This isn't motivation talk, it's biology. And the longest-lived populations didn't have perfect health care. They had consistent habits, routine, community. Simple food, movement, and emotional balance. And I know someone listening right now is thinking, yeah, but my parents died young. Genetics matter, but not as much as people think. Genes load the gun. Lifestyle pulls the trigger. And after 60, lifestyle choices become louder than genes. And another thing nobody tells you, fear accelerates aging. Constantly worrying about death makes the body tense, sleep worse, digestion weaker, immune system tired, while people who accept aging calmly tend to age slower. Acceptance is powerful. It relaxes the nervous system, and relaxation is anti-aging. Funny but true. And I'm not saying ignore doctors. Medicine saves lives. But medicine works best when the body isn't constantly fighting itself. And those 5 diseases: inflammation, insulin resistance, cardiovascular stiffness, neurodegeneration, and muscle loss, they don't show up overnight. They grow from daily habits, small ones repeated, and that means they can also be slowed, sometimes reversed, the same way. And if you're over 60 and listening to this, the fact that you're listening already puts you ahead. Curiosity itself is a longevity signal. And here are the simple suggestions. Not magic, not trendy, but proven by real long lives lived. Move your body every single day. Even if it's just walking or stretching. Eat in a way that doesn't spike sugar constantly. Prioritize sleep like it matters, because it does. Reduce stress intentionally. Forgive more quickly. Stay socially connected even when it feels inconvenient. Challenge your brain gently. Lift something light regularly. And most importantly, stop telling yourself it's too late, because that belief alone ages you faster than time ever could. And if you avoid or control these 5 diseases after 60, you may not just live longer. You may live better, clearer, stronger, and who knows? Maybe one day someone will look at you and quietly wonder how you made it past 100 with that calm smile on your face.